Hello and welcome to my allotment journey. My name is Sarah and I'm so pleased that you clicked on this link to have a little bit of nosy about what I get up to at the allotment. I've had my allotment for 2 years, but I never documented it apart from pictures. I took hundreds and hundreds of pictures, but I never videoed it. But I'm 2 years in now and I want to show you my allotment because I'm going to make some big changes and you are going to help me. You're going to advise me because I'm a novice at best, to be honest. But yes, please join me at the allotment. What we're going to start with today is finishing off this bit here. Right, so I want to put a back on it like the other one, back and sides like that. It also will help if it's a bit blustery. It'll stop the flames from dying down and blowing out, because sometimes that can happen when I'm just using fire lighters to do the cooking on. So yeah, I'm going to do that. So I'll mark that piece of wood for a back piece and a side piece. Then I just need to get another piece of wood and do another side piece. So yeah, first things first, I'm going to cut that, then bring it over here so that we can put it together. I'm just going to cut the corner off one of these pieces, the side pieces, just because I just like to have that cut off. It just looks like a little nicer touch, doesn't it? Just having that cut off there. Okay, like so. I'll just do the same on the other side. So that one will be like that. Okay, they're both done now. Both got the little slant on it. I'm just going to drill a three holes in this, just so it's easier for me when I take it over there to just screw it onto the thing. Right, just want a few really. Right, okay, I've got some new box of screws, so we can take the screws and the woods over to the cooking bench. I'm just sat at the back of the bench now. Let's get the long piece. Let's get this long piece. Can't believe it, we've actually got nice weather today. This is the first bit of nice weather we've had, oh my gosh, in ages, in a week. It seems like ages, it's only been a week, but we just don't get the nice weather, do we? Right, let's get the holes. Let's screw in the middle one, shall we? See how we go from there. Just let me move to the middle of the bench. Ugh, make it a bit easier. There we go. There you go. Just going to screw that middle one in. Okay, these a nice big tub of screws went to B&Q and got those. Okay, yeah, just making sure it's screwing into something. It's got a bit of a lean on it. I just wondered why it's got a bit of a lean on it. Oh, because it's going up to, hang on, I'm going to take it out. That's going up to the bench. That's going up to the table underneath it, sorry. I thought that didn't seem quite right. One sec, you'll see what I mean in a minute. Because the table underneath was just a little bit bigger. Whoops. The table underneath is just like a centimetre bigger. I need to sit this onto that lip. There you go, that makes more sense, doesn't it? That makes much more sense. Right, okay, let's try again. I've lost my holes now. Oh, because it's that way around, that's why. Oh, honestly. It's hit and miss whether these things work out or not. Okay, right, I am going to put a few more little screws along here because you know how bad weather can be. It can just warp things, so there we go. Oh, I nearly forgot to show you. Right, I'm just drilling a couple of holes on these pieces so that I can attach it on there. We'll take it from there. There you go, there it is from this side, and then if we just go around here, obviously don't look at all the imperfections, etc., but it's doing the job, isn't it? I might even put something else on the back, you know, I'm not sure. But for today, we're definitely gonna box it off here like this. Now let's do this side. I could actually move the table to get to it, but where's the fun in that? Where's the fun in moving it into a big space? You know me, I like to create as many obstacles as I can. Mick will tell you that. I like to create as many obstacles as I can whenever I'm doing anything, right? So I'm going to pop that on there. I'm going to bend myself silly to be able to screw it all in. You'll probably only see the back of me, so I won't bother filming it, but usual, I'm going to screw those 2 screws in there, to there, along the bottom, and then I'll come back to you. But yeah, doing that now. I actually really like it. What do you think? I was thinking I was going to paint these benches, but you know what? I quite like these benches unpainted. What do you think? Quite like I don't mind the beds. I want the beds painted, right? I don't want them raw wood. I've still got a few to do actually. I might even do 1 or 2 today. I've got that piece of wood there that needs painting. That planter needs painting. The 2 new ones over there need painting. But I don't think I want to paint these. I don't know. I don't know. I might listen to what you say, and see if it sways me one way or another. Should I paint them, these benches, or should I just leave them as are, rustic like that? You know, I also added I had a spare crate there, so I added that underneath just in case I needed to store something cooking like under there. I think I have got another dry bag somewhere, which means I could put stuff in it and it won't get wet, but it's under the cooker, so pots and pans and things like that I suppose I could during the summer months, not over the winter. There's no need for them to be there in the winter. Maybe, but yeah, there we go. We finished that. So, you know what? If you remember last week, do you remember me digging up the potatoes? The reality of that dig was, it was about half an hour ago when I started, because here they are. These are the potatoes. Because I just needed to film that last bit of the video, and you thought, well, you know, I've got potatoes. Might as well do something with them. So here they are. Here's my potatoes. And you know what? I'm going to wash a few. And I'm going to cook a few. And I'm going to do my tea. You know, I like to give you a time check. I'm going to have a look at my watch. Who has a watch? No one has a watch. I'm going to look at my phone in a minute, see what time it is, and come back to you and tell you what it is I'm going to make. First things first, I'm just going to put some water in here and boil it. And while that's boiling, I'm going to wash some potatoes and wash the pots, pans, whatever, knives and forks and everything. Although everything's sealed in the polytunnel, you just never know what's crawled over it. So give everything a quick wash while the water is boiling. So come on, let's go and fill the kettle. Right, I'm not sure how many potatoes I'm going to have. I'm just going to pick a few. But this is my tea, don't forget. Don't want it too big. We can cut them, but I don't want them too big. Tell you what, let's just have all the little ones. They'll cook a lot quicker. The water is well and truly boiling there for the potatoes. Okay, I think I put 4 fire lighters in. Probably only needed to put 3 in, but there you go. Oops, don't want to lose a potato. So there you go. Clean the potatoes. They look all right, don't they? They don't look eaten by anything. They don't look dirty. Right, let's put the boiling water on the potatoes. I only usually cook with this, right? I haven't used this campfire cooker. That's mixed terrain. He does that. He uses that. So it's the first time of me using it. So right, I've boiled the water for the potatoes. Have you seen? Right, we're going to see if I can get this to work. Oh my goodness me, it works. It works. I just clicked it on. Click that on, turned it on, we've got fire, so I don't think I've got anything to cover that with particularly. I suppose I could put that on it to keep some of the heat in. The water's boiling anyway, so right, all I've got to do now is leave that to cook a little bit, because let me get the other food, 1 second. While our new potatoes, yes, our new potatoes, mine and yours, that we grew here, can you believe it? We've actually grown something. I'm going to eat it. Because don't forget, I don't actually eat vegetables. This is the only thing on this allotment that I will eat. I may throw a bit of rosemary in. I might not. I don't want to spoil it because as a general rule, I don't eat anything green. So, right. So, what I've got here is I've been to Iceland, right? This isn't sponsored by Iceland, unless you want to sponsor me Iceland, of course, and then you can do. But the lovely Amanda at Iceland has served me some lovely food to cook here today. So this is what Amanda has given me. Well, not given me, I had to buy it. This is what she served me. Bacon, okay, smoky bacon. Yes, please. Cathedral City sliced cheese, thank you very much. Some fake Lurpak, because Lurpak was just a little bit too pricey for me, a little bit too dear for me, so I got the next best thing, the one that was £2 and not nearly £4. Right, cheap date. And some bread. There you go. Because we're going to make, you've guessed it, bacon butty. My signature thing that I make is a bacon butty. I can do that standing on my head with my cooker. And on the other cooker, because we need it to boil for longer, I've brought the camping stove. So the potatoes are over there. There they are. And they are, there we go, there. And they are cooking away nicely. So, whilst I'm waiting to cook the food I got from the lovely Amanda at Iceland, I'm just going to sit and have a rest and wait for the potatoes to boil. For those of you that have come over from our Mudlarking channel, you might recognise that little camp stove, because that is a camp stove we used on Christmas Day. It was so cold on the middle of a bottle dump that we cooked Christmas dinner for myself. Well, Mick cooked it for myself, Mick, Alex and Gail. Alex and Gail from Northern Mudlarks and the Lost Tower Diaries. Please go and check out their pages. But yeah, you may recognise that cooker from there, because that was where we used it for the first and last time. It was so cold we thought the cooker didn't work, but it's actually because they made the gas too cold to use. So it's working perfectly now because it's not that cold. It's not that warm either, but yes, you might recognise it if you've come over from the Mudlarking. And if you haven't, please go over and check it out. It was a Christmas, not last Christmas, the Christmas before. It was so much fun, but Christmas dinner on the middle of a dump. You know, you can't write these things, you can't make them up. The potatoes are more or less done now, so they didn't take any time at all, actually. That was quicker than cooking them at home. So I found a couple of these fuel things here. I haven't cooked on them before, or if I have, I can't remember. So let's see what these are like. Right, so I must have used them because there's only a couple left. But I don't know what they are. Fire Dragon they're called. Green and clean solid fuel. So let's have a go. Okay. Very light, easy enough. The pan on there. Oops. There we go. Trying not to kill ourselves. Right, I'm just going to turn the potatoes off now, and then I'm going to just drain the water off it, and I'm just going to make some rustic mash. Okay, so I'm just going to drain the water off that. Probably going to use the back of my plate to drain it. Okay, I'll be back in a second, just taking the water off that. Then I'm going to give it a bit of a mush up with some butter. Oops, I'm going to be brave. Right, I'm going to be brave. I'm going to pick some rosemary. Right, this is bravery for me. I'm going to pick some of this. Okay. Do you think I need to wash it? I'm going to wash it. I'm going to put it in my rustic mash. Okay, that to me is rustic mash, where you leave the skin on your potato, you just mush it up with a fork, and you stick a bit of herbs in it. I don't know what herbs you stick in it. I'm going to stick that in it. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh God, I might die. Oh, make sure there's a video out next week, otherwise you know something's happened to me. But you're all shouting at the screen, oh, you don't do it like that, you don't do it. I don't know. Right, I'm just gonna cut it with the worst knife in the world. I can smell it. It's a real herb, people. It's a real herb. It's something green. And anyone that knows me knows that I don't have anything green in my food. Right, I'm just breaking it up because that knife's bobbins. Bobbins, if you don't know what that means, it means it's rubbish. Slice of cheese on the hot bacon. There you go. Rustic mash, bacon butter, bacon and cheese butter, bun, whatever, bacon bun. That is perfect tea for me, honestly. Maybe minus the green bits. I'm not sure about the green. If I just eat them and don't think about it, I'll let you know how it tastes. In fact, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just go for it. Right, that's got a bit of green on it. Honestly, I know you're all shouting, but you've got an allotment. Why don't you like green? I just don't, right? It's just me. Okay, that's got green on it. Can you see? It's got a bit of green on it. Tastes like flowers. It tastes like it smells. It tastes like it smells. Maybe I needed to get a sharp knife and finally cut it. Sorry. Starving. That is delicious. Rustic mash, rosemary, cheesy bacon bun. Got a couple of things to show you. Got a bit of Temu order. I ordered a few things for the allotment, like you do. Right, okay. First thing I've ordered is these clips here. Somebody did suggest them to me, but I'd already ordered them. So, great minds think alike. But these are little clips for going around your bamboo canes to put the, you know, the mesh, which I'll show you in a minute. So to clip the mesh onto the canes, or to, if you've got like a little mini arches. So 50 of those. I'm going to guess at about £4, something like that, but a big whole load of them there. So I'm sure that will come in handy. Oops. And then trellis netting. I actually thought it was twine. I thought it was made out of twine, but it's not. This will probably last longer than twine, to be honest. So just, and obviously it doesn't look anything like the picture because it's off Temu, right? So this is it. Not necessarily for this year, but definitely for next year, because I would definitely, absolutely, positively grow more snap peas next year. Because I can't even, I'm going to show you them in a minute, because there's been another 5 days since you last saw them. Since the last, another 7 days, whatever. They're massive and the flowering and they're getting peas on them. These black pea pod things. I'll show you in a minute anyway. But yeah. So I've got this, in case I need it for next year, because, and if I grow sweet peas again next year, I don't know, because they're only growing about 1.5 foot so far already anyway. I'll put them round the obelisk thing, round the towers, whatever. I call them something different every time, don't I? But I'll put this, it'll just be easier, just to wrap that round, let them grow up that. Okay, so we've got that. And I'll show you me polytunnel as well, because I've tidied it. Get me? Right, so I've also got this mesh. Okay, it's a weird mesh. I thought it was fabric, but it's more like nylon-y. So to stop the bugs getting, there's loads of it. I don't know how much is on it actually. I think it's massive, and that was about £6. And there's a ton load of it. But like I say, I've got those clips. I'll show you something else I got off Temu. I forgot to take it out of the bag when I was bringing these. I'll just show you. It's not quite what I thought it was going to be. One sec. Right, got this thing here. Right, you may think, what the devil's that? When they did the advert for it on Temu, it was like described as a stitch. You know, a stitch for stitching. Say, I'll do it now. Right, they just said, oh, right, say you want to attach your top to your bottom top, or you know, some such thing like that, because you don't want it flapping open, or you don't want your collar pinging up, or just anything, whatever. Or you wanted to add a pair of shorts and you wanted to hem it. Right, I sound like commercial. Right, just say pretend that's about me shorts. Right, and you thought, oh, I want a hem on them. Right, I want to ping it up there like that. Right, so you turn the bottom of your shorts up like so. Imagine you stick this through it, and then you press it like that. Did it work? Did it even work? Don't even think it worked. Wait a sec. Let me push it right on. Sorry. Obviously, I'm not the best advertisement for it. Right, and they go, oh look, you've got a little stitch in there now. So look at you with your hemmed shorts with your little stitch. It's actually a plastic tag. Little plastic, you know, the little plastic tea tag things. That's all. I thought it was when it said it was a little stitch for your clothing. I thought, oh, how do they do that with a little bit of cotton? They don't. It's a little bit of plastic. It does do, I suppose, what it's supposed to do, you know. And then you just ping it. But you do, yeah. So anyway, I got that because it was £1. Because you could choose one item for £1. I'm obviously easily influenced with this rubbish. You get loads of these tags. You even get spare needles. I'm going to find a use for that. Even could use it with the netting, you know, for like going around corners and stuff. And you just want to pin it together. There you go. Can use it with the allotment. I was going to use it at home, but there you go. A little, what's it called? Tagging gun. It's called a tagging gun. They claimed it was like a stitch thing. Gosh, I'll buy anything, me. There you go. Temu, love it. That's what we've got from Temu today. I brought you into the tunnel because I had a bit of a tidy out. Right, you see here, I used to have those 2 big plastic boxes, you know, the storage boxes, right? So I got rid of them because, to be fair, they didn't truly have much in them, and spiders were a bit of a problem. You know, there was just a nightmare with the spiders, so I got rid of them. I've got the soft play stored in them outside. There's one in there, I'll show you, might as well show you. Don't say it, show it. Right, so I've moved, I need to do this play area, but not just now, I've got other things to do. So there's one there, and that's got the soft play in. And then there's one over there, that's also got the soft play in. Okay, that one needs a little bit of an adjustment, but yeah, there's one there in that bit that we don't mention, okay? Oh, look, honestly, it's just, oh, it's so messy here. I just don't have the time. I have not had the time to do this back bit at all. And you know what, we've not had the weather to bring the kids anyway. I've been barely once a week for the past few months, honestly, barely, not even that, not even every week with the kids, because the weather just hasn't been nice enough, it really hasn't. So yeah, this looks a state, but I will get around to doing this. Maybe I'll do this in the winter. You know, in the winter months we could get cracking on this, couldn't we? Because we're not growing anything here. This is just a play area, and people have said, I want to see a play area, but we need to tackle that. We'll probably do it in the winter. There's the wigwam. Doing okay. Quite wigwammy. Okay, so back in here. Right, we've got my storage boxes. Everything that was in the other boxes, the big ones here, is in here, or I threw it away. Look, I'm throwing away, look. I have to wait for Mick though to take the rubbish. Some chairs that are worn out, and lots of stuff there. My trolley goes at the back there, nicely. Some wood in there to dry. Lawnmower, tools, etc. My bits of wood and the seed all wrapped up there. Nothing gets in it to eat it, don't worry. Somebody said, oh, you get a whole load of rats and other vermin in here. We're very lucky like that. There's nothing that comes in here to nibble at anything like that I've seen. I've seen no nibblage going on, and it's all wrapped up in there. I know they can just nibble through it, but they can't smell it. It's all wrapped up. Screws and my acrylic paint are in that box there. Kids stuff is in there. I don't even know what's in that kids stuff box. I really should go through that. Netting, mesh. Right, let's start putting things away, shall we? So mesh. Right, we'll put the mesh over here. Along with, we've got some decent mesh actually. Some good mesh. We'll put that over there as well, because we do need to net things soon, I think. Maybe. But, you know, it's the weather. Honestly, the weather's really, really hampered me. If I'd have known the weather was going to be so bad, I'd have started stuff off at home. I really would have. I thought we were going to get a glorious summer. I'm not quite sure why I thought we were going to get a glorious summer, but I did. So, yeah, I'm just going to put a few things away, find a place for everything. But, you know, I've got all my things, anything that ties anything is in there. All my little tool bits are in there. Seeds that I've used are in there. Seeds yet to use are in there. You know, I virtually know where most things are in here. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to love you and leave you. I've got to have a bit of a tidy up, and then I've got to go home. So, yeah, thank you for watching. Please press that like. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, because it's absolutely totally free, and I really, really appreciate it. Honestly, I do. And comment. I always read your comments, and I always reply, you know, more or less 100% of the time. If I miss one, I'm sorry, but, you know, I do try my hardest to reply to every single comment that you give me. Take some things in, save things for next year, some things that don't quite sit with me. just the way it is. But thank you so much for all your comments. I really appreciate it, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next week.